What's going on, everybody? I'm super honored to be able to do this video because I think I'm one of the first few people that are actually getting to do one of these. And I want to talk about Aftershoot. Now, Aftershoot has been an amazing product. I've been working with the company for a long time as an ambassador, but that's just the culling side. What I'm going to talk about today is Aftershoot edits. You're going to get a first look at Aftershoot edits and my workflow on how I use it to completely speed up my wedding editing. Now, let me talk a little bit before we get into it about how my editing workflow used to go. Before Aftershoot proper, before the original version, it would take me 8 or 9 hours just to cull photos. Now, if you don't know what culling is, it's basically where you go through and you select which are the good photos and which are the bad photos, which ones you want to send to your client, which ones you want to scrap and maybe keep on your computer but not do anything with them unless you actually absolutely have to. I found Aftershoot on random a few years ago, right after it came out, and I talked to the developers and I was like, hey, I have a YouTube channel, let me try this out, blah, blah, blah. One thing led to another, and now I have a great partnership with Aftershoot. And recently they've been developing what's now going to be AI editing. So not only did it take me 8 or 9 hours just to cull photos, then it would take me another 8 or 9 hours, 10 hours, sometimes more, just to edit my photos. Now, I'm not talking about like the banger photos where I spend a ton of time editing those. That's a choice. That's an artistic decision. I'm talking about the, 600, 500, 700 in that ballpark of family photos, of the photos in between, the candid stuff, the things that are important for a wedding day, but they're not like the banger photos, the ones that I'm going all out on. So it would take me forever to crop, straighten, color correct, do all of this. Well, what Aftershoot edits is, it's taking all of that out for you. And it's not just applying some generic preset. You actually, what you do is you upload your database of photos from your Lightroom. You upload your catalog, your smart previews, and it builds a profile based around your editing style. And it edits your photos for you in your style. And then all you have to do is go back and kind of make sure that it didn't mess up. Now, this program is in its alpha stage. It's not even in beta yet, but this thing is a game changer. And I know that once everybody gets their hands on it, they're just it's going to change the way that you edit. It's going to change the way that you look at editing and look at your workflow. It's incredible. And what I want to do on this video, I know I've already talked like 3 or 4 minutes, but what I want to do in this video is I want to break down my workflow using Aftershoot. Now, I don't know if my way is the best way or the smoothest way or the quickest way. It's just the way that I've found that have taken me from, let's round up and just say 20 hours of editing to like 2 or 3. It's incredible. It's a great product. It's allowed me to catch up on my wedding photos, my backlog that I've had this year. I wish there was also an Aftershoot video edits. That would be amazing because those are the ones that take a while too. So if we could figure out how to AI edit videos, that would be amazing. But without further ado, I'm going to get over here and I'm going to show you my way that I do my complete wedding day workflow now. Okay, so before we do anything, I'm going to let you know that any of the loading time and all of that junk I'm cutting out of this video. I'm not going to show you how long it took to do something. I'm just going to tell you once it's done how long it took. It'll show and you'll be able to see it there. So the first thing that I do is I open Lightroom, and this is kind of going to be a step-by-step process of how Josh Russell edits weddings now. So first thing I do is I open Lightroom. I'm going to go in and whatever catalog I have open right now, I'm going to create a new catalog, and it's going to go in to here, and I think I already have one, Kelsey and Lou. So I basically just want to use this one. So it's going to create a new one. So let's just go, we'll just call it Kelsey and Lou photos. Okay, so what it's going to do is it's going to open a new catalog. Okay, so the new catalog is opening. It's ready to go. There's nothing in it. Once again, I don't know if this is the easiest and quickest way, but this is the way that I've found that I like to do it. So this works the best for me. So basically, I create a new catalog for every wedding, and Justin, one of the developers for Aftershoot, actually yelled at me for not doing this already. So Justin, this one's for you. I'm now separating my weddings by catalog and not just having one giant catalog of 7,000 projects or whatever you want to call it. So after Lightroom is open, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to open Aftershoot. Now I already have Aftershoot open, but what you're going to want to do is basically these are all the projects that I've done right here. So I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to start culling. So we're going to do the culling process first. And what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to hit add folder. We're going to find Kelsey and Lou's folder, because that's where all the projects are, or all the photos are. And basically I just dump all the photos in here. So from 3 cameras, they're all just dumped in here. It's like, you know, it's going to be probably 1,500 photos or something like that. We're going to import this folder. As long as all your photos are in one folder, you'll be totally good to go. You'll just be able to pull them all in. Now, these are all the photos. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click, after you get to this point, you're going to want to click Start Culling. You're going to choose what type of project it is. It's a wedding and engagement. Now, this is where you're going to go through your threshold for culling blurred images. I'm going to leave this here for just a second. You can copy this if you want to. You can kind of play around with it and see what you want as far as my settings. I leave mine on moderate. I leave mine on similar-ish. And you can go through and you can read all this if you want to pause and see what it is. It's not just about this. I want to show you my whole workflow. And I don't want to take a ton of time just showing you this part of it. Selection of duplicates is moderate. So the top 20 images of every duplicate will be chosen. 20%, I should say. And basically what this is going to do is it's going to take this 1,500 photo gallery folder, and I found that it's going to cull it down to I would say between 500 and 600 photos, and then I'm going to kind of cull a little bit more after that. But this is my setup. I don't do any highlights because I like to choose my own highlights. I leave the disable AI features, so I leave the closed eyes on, the blur on, and the duplicates on. Now, with that being said, you kind of got to go back and watch this later when we're doing the end portion before we take it back to Lightroom. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to click Start Culling. It's going to do its thing, and I'll come back when it's done and show you how long it took. Now, remember, this would usually take me about 8 hours of time. So let's see how long it takes doing it this way. All right, so we just finished step 1. It's on to step 2. And we are waking up the magical unicorns, of course. And we'll be on to step 3 here in just a second. All right, we're at about 13 seconds left. So I just wanted to come back and show you what's going on. So it is, as you can see, it is selecting images on the right-hand side. Selected 683, blurred 296, closed eyes 46. It's a little bit of a high number. However, when I start calling these down a little deeper, because it does have its quirks, it has its little hang-ups and stuff like that, it'll probably right around 550, I would say. So, and this process is going to take a little while on the video. If you want to skip ahead, you can, but it's kind of important to show what I'm looking for to make sure that this cull did it correctly. So we got about 35 seconds left. In the meantime, had a bowl of cereal, checked my phone, checked some emails. I wasn't sitting here dreading life going through these photos. It did it for me automatically. It called it down, and then I just get to kind of fine tune it from there. So think about the fact, let's say you have a big project. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump that. Let's say you have a big project and You could dump it at the end of your project, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and it's ready to go. I just think that would be incredible, right? Okay, so 683 photos, and I already see that I'm going to start culling some of these down. So the way that I do it, I'm only going to take the 5-star photos, as you can see, 5 stars is selected, over into Lightroom. So what I do is I go through these and I click 3, the number 3 on my number pad or on my keyboard, to give it 3 stars. That way it's not going to be no longer in the selected 5-star section. So that's how I do it to make sure that I don't bring over any 5-star photos or 3-star photos. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to check these right now just to see why they are calling them 5 stars. Whoa. So we're going to start at the top here. I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this. This one can go 3. 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 Little hair shot. I like the other one a little better. We got a flower shot. Now I can tell these are the second. This is the second camera. So we're gonna kind of call this down because I know my photos will be in here as well. So all of this stuff can go. We don't need any of these photos. These detail shots I'll keep. This I'll keep. This I'll keep. Which of the two do I like better? I like the second one, so we'll get rid of that one. Flowers look good. I like this shot. We'll get rid of that shot. And basically, I just go through and I kind of look at these and see what I like, see what I don't like. We're going to get rid of that one. We don't need any of these. I do kind of like this photo. Maid of Honor's in it. It looks kind of weird, so let's get rid of it. I know there's probably another one. I'm laughing. We got these. We'll keep all of these. Let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that one. We don't need that one. Let's see what our other options are here that it's selected for feet. Like that one. Don't like that one. Don't like that one. Going through, just kind of looking and seeing what we got here. Like I said, these are from the second angle, so I really don't need to keep a ton of these. Now these ones I probably want to keep. This is first look with dad. I can get rid of that one. We're into the church. Don't need that. Don't need this. Nope, nope, nope. This is just kind of some cluster stuff. I always keep all of these because my wife Casey is phenomenal at capturing the first look, so I keep all those. That one doesn't look like it pulled through. So all of this stuff I'll keep. Not going to get rid of any of this stuff because this is all candid. Ooh, look at his face. This is all important ceremony stuff that I like to keep. This one we can get rid of. Sleeping, baby sleeping. Got a blurry photo there. Okay, so some detail stuff here. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. They had an old school cake, if I can just draw your attention to this cake. They wanted it to represent the way that her parents' cake looked, like 30 years ago or whatever it was. It was freaking awesome. I love it. Okay, anyway, back to this. And as you can see, I kind of just go through it like, and just, this is much easier than trying to manually do it. I mean, it just takes way less time. It's way smoother. The process is easier. Don't need those. Don't need that. Don't need that. Cake cutting. Okay, so we're back to this. I'm going to keep 2 of those. Keep that one. I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to keep that one. This one. That one can go. That one. So I'm going to keep these ones just because I don't remember which one was the really good one. All of this stuff can go. Was not a fan of any of this. Then we got into the ones that I actually did like that I can edit down. ceremony shot or venue shot, another venue shot, another venue shot. We'll keep those. Got the guys getting ready, pulling through these. Yeah, we'll keep them. See, this is the good thing about having it called down is, and then using AI edit is you can actually keep a lot more photos than I originally would, because this AI editing is going to get me a step above where I'm not spending as much time doing it. And I love that. It honestly allows me to deliver a lot more photos than I originally would because of that exact reason. Those are practically the same shot, so I get rid of that one, get rid of this one. So like I said, I'm just going through, manually choosing which ones I want to keep. Get rid of that one, get rid of that one. We'll get rid of that one. We'll get rid of this one, we'll keep that one. The hug. And we'll keep all of this, because this is all very important stuff. This one can go. That one doesn't need to be there. That one can go. We don't need that many pictures of the father. Not like the bride's father, but the father. So this 3 is going to be a panorama. So I remember taking that one. Okay, so I got to count how many guys he has here, which was a crap load. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is important that I want to make sure that I have all the guys and all the girls solo photos, because this is something that I do notice that Aftershoot does kind of screw up sometimes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 guys, 7 girls. So we got 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guy, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 9. So this one can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we got all the guys, all the girls. Cool. So these ones, we can get rid of some of these. We don't need that many flower ones. We'll look at those later. I like to pull these in. If I have a question about them, or if I even think that they're going to be useful, I'll leave them in here, and I'll wait until I get into Lightroom. So I want to make sure that I get the photos that I want. And there is a thing about giving too many photos. I have noticed that if you give too many photos, couples actually get more angry than if it's called down to just the right amount. I never thought that could be a thing, but it's actually very true. So, okay, so I got this here. Now, the only thing that I want to go through is I want to go through the blurred and just kind of just do a quick scroll and make sure that I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. I think Aftershoot did a dang good job at this. But I just want to make sure that it didn't miss anything during like these speeches and all this random stuff. But it looks like it did a pretty good job. Like, this is all the junk. This is stuff you don't want. So I will actually go in and keep like this one, this one, and that one. And we'll keep this one too, just in case. I don't remember thinking about seeing that. That one's blurry. Like I said, just kind of going through these and seeing what we got here. Pulling some of this stuff up just in case we did not capture it. We want that. We want this. So I'm pulling some back in just to make sure that I got a nice little mixture of what's going on. And like I said, if I go back through them later and I see that I don't want them, totally okay. I can go in and get rid of them later. Because as of right now, I'm only about 45 minutes into this. And it's honestly been, what, like 15 minutes of actual working on it? Pull that one in. I like that one. Okay, so I feel like we're good. 570 photos. I feel like that's a good number. Now, this is where my process kind of strays from some. Let me save this so it actually pulls what I need to. This is where my process, my workflow may change depending on who you are. And this is just the way that I do it. It's the easiest way that I've found to do it. And it keeps it going pretty quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have my 570 selected. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to hit Command or Control A. I'm going to make sure that I'm in my library module here in Lightroom. I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag these right over to Lightroom. 574 photos. And what it's going to do, now we're in our Kelsey and Lou category or catalog, and it's going to just select the ones that I've decided are 5 stars. I also am going to add these into a collection. No reason other than redundancy. I just want to make sure that I can quickly find these photos. So as you can see, it's going to pull in 574. It's going to add them because they're already in a directory. They're already in a folder on your hard drive. They're not importing them. So let's go ahead and do that. And once that's done, I'll be back and show you the next step. Okay, so it's done. That process is done. It brought in 574 photos, and you can see they're in that collection. They're in the folder, all of that. Okay, so all these are here. This is how easy it is. Take your Lightroom, close it. Yeah, just close it. Once that's closed, go in here. You're going to want to go back to Home, or you could go to Albums. You're going to click Start Editing. You're going to choose your profile. Now, this is something you have to set up prior to using edits. And basically what you need to do is you need to send in a gallery or a catalog with 5,000, a minimum of 5,000 photos that you've edited. Now, that seems like a lot, but if you think about it, if you're using this product and you're shooting a lot of weddings and you edit a lot of weddings, I'm editing, 600 photos right here on this one wedding, and I shoot between 35 and 40 weddings a year, I should say. So I have a lot. I know 5,000 edited photos sounds like a lot, and it kind of is. I've talked to the guys at Aftershoot and the people at Aftershoot, and I've tried to get that number lower. I've voiced my concerns about that number, but what it's doing is it's training. The program is training to know how you edit. So you need to turn that many photos in to make sure that it can get a proper glimpse and algorithm based around your editing style. I understand, yes, it sucks. Yes, it's a large number to turn in. There are videos on how to do that. I'm not going into that. I'm going only into the process like after you've done it. So basically, I'm going to click this. I'm going to browse my system and find that gallery that we just created. So it's going to be in a folder here. So we're still in Kelsey and Lou. And I'm going to click on my category, or my catalog, I should say. Leave it on RAWs. You can turn it to Smart Previews if you created Smart Previews. I usually don't because it takes extra time. And then basically we're just going to click Continue. This is going to start editing my 574 photos in my style. So we're going to click Edit. And then we're going to, once again, come back when it's done doing its AI thing. Okay, so it's done, and looking at the record time since the beginning of this to now, where they're practically done, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now, there is one more step. What I'm going to do, it's done. It's edited 574 photos, but what I want to do is I want to go back and I look through them. I make sure that it edited them correctly to my style, and it does a damn good job. Trust me. I still need to do crop and straighten, which is still another process that I need to do. But I mean, you can see, like, it literally just showed you what it, so it looks like down here in the thumbnail, you can see that it's that warm tone, and it, bam, brings it up. And if I hit reset, you can see what it did. And it's going to do that. It's going to edit literally every one of these photos for me. It is going to, look at that. This is straight out of camera. Great photo. A little bit of a warp to it from the barrel distortion. Look at this. Straightens it up, adds in color, brings everything out. It is literally, it's incredible. Like, so this one I could bring up just a little. So like I said, like, you do still kind of got to go through and see what it did. But I mean, like, I literally, now I can just go through this and be like, okay. Bam, a little bit of straighten here. Let's just straighten this a little bit. Okay. Good. The thing that I will do every now and then, though, is if I see one of these that I feel like should be kind of a banger, I'll add one of my presets to it. But I mean, like I said, most of this stuff I've already went through and I found my bangers. These are the candid photos, the ones that they want to kind of tell the whole story of the day. So it is literally that easy as just going through, adding some stuff, and being done. I could literally, without cropping and straightening and stuff like that, I could export this right now, send it to them, and it would be good. Now I want to crop and straighten and do all that stuff, and adds a little bit deeper of my style of editing, and just to make sure that it did edit each one correctly to the color and stuff like that. Let's just go. Let's go over here deep into. So I mean, even these ones, it's going to check the white balance, get the white balance where it needs to be. I mean, it's an incredible product. Now, this product is launching real soon in its alpha phase. But as of right now, I think you can only get culling, the culling portion of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a discount code link in the description of this video where you can save 10% off your first subscription, or off your subscription. And by doing that, I do get a small kickback as well. So thank you for that. Before we get out of here, I want to look at some of these here. So it's going to bring it up. I mean, it's bringing it up. I still have to edit, like I'd have to clean this up and stuff like that. Now, I won't do that. It will auto crop and auto straighten in the future. Currently, it's not available, but it will be. Where's some of this outdoor stuff? So like I said, I would need to kind of straighten this, but you can see the difference. I mean, it's just bringing up the vibrance. It's matching my style. That is exactly how I would edit these photos. So it is, I mean, it is spot on what it's doing. Basically, you just want to kind of turn that, good to go. I mean, it's an incredible product. It's an incredible piece of software. So, I mean, seriously, it's that simple to edit with Aftershoot culling and Aftershoot edits. Now, I'm going to leave a link, like I said, down below, 10% off your purchase. I also get a small kickback, and I thank you for that. I hope this video helped you in learning this process. From here on out, all I would do would export and then upload to whatever gallery I want to send them to, or USB, or however you deliver. But it's that simple. I mean, literally 1 hour and 14 minutes. Now, add in a little bit more time for exporting out of Lightroom and doing that crop and straighten. So 2 hours instead of 16 to 20. I mean, why not? It's a no-brainer, really. I mean, if you're not using this product, what are you doing? I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for letting me do this Aftershoot. I appreciate it. And I hope this helped you, because I know it will. And I'll talk to y'all later in the next video. Peace.